Newcastle 1, Aston Villa 1. A result that should be, on paper, decent for us considering where we are. But overall, to me, Nathan, I think it's definitely a loss. First half, I think we were definitely the better team. You know, we actually showed a little bit more effort, a little bit more creativity, and overall just a better game performance in that first half compared to the previous two games. But in that second half, it just collapsed, didn't it,
Yeah.
Nathan? Defensively, absolutely woeful, one of the worst I've seen this season. Everyone out of place. Um, just a shocking goal to concede. Luckily, 20 minutes later, we'd get the equaliser against Newcastle in a free kick. Luckily, from that, El Mohammadi getting it in at the near post. And then a very clutched final minutes for Aston Villa. But it would end 1-1. What was your thoughts on the game?
It's just, I don't think their goal should have gone through, and I don't think our goal should have gone through.
Yeah,
Like, but
their goal definitely felt like it just came out of nowhere. Everyone was just so out of place that the only person marking Gale is our right back in Konza, whilst we've got people like Mings mostly out of position
Yeah.
and all trying to mark, say, Maximan, who was definitely the best player for Newcastle today. You've got all of them marking him, and so it just leaves a free ball for Gale to get it through and score the goal. In terms of our goal, though, simply a free kick. Too many fouls were given against us, but we had one just, say, about 25, 30 yards out. No, it was a corner, actually. It was a corner near post. Al Mohammadi gets in there in time and just able to stroke it past. It was a bit scrappy, but we don't mind. And overall, it was just really, the last few minutes were just a bit very suspenseful. You thought we would get the result in the end, but it just wasn't going through.
Yeah.
For me, that free kick on the end with Hurahan, absolutely shambolic. Did not beat the first man, went short. Just rubbish. What do you think?
I think what the worst players really was Nyland maybe. I think Elmo was okay. Um, El Ghazi just wasn't good at all again. Trezeguet had chances, didn't use them properly.
Yeah.
But if I had to put a man of the match, it would have to be um, Louise and
Douglas
Samatta.
Luiz.
Like them two, I think Louise took on too many roles, but he
Sued it a bit.
yeah, and then Samatta, he looked like the hungriest player, even though no one else really wanted it. But at the end, the last few minutes, we were fighting, I guess. But
Didn't come up. I think I agree with what Nathan says there. Samatta, for me, played every part, every position in the pitch better than the rest of the 10 men that were on there. I thought he was superb. I think Douglas Luiz is starting to show his money worth. I think he really does suit being in that holding midfield role for Villa behind Grealish and McGinn. In terms of worst players, both fullbacks were awful, especially Target. Absolutely. He's been poor to average for the past two games, but this game showed how inept he is defensively. Nyland looked really, really shaky today, even more so dropping the ball, trying to catch it, giving away potential chances. In terms of the whole defence, he was just massively inept, massively poor. Grealish just want to hit him sometimes to just release the ball because he holds it way too long now, and he's just not performing right now. McGinn again, way too quiet, really didn't do anything. Both wingers playing Trezeguet and El Ghazi were a little bit better. I think El Ghazi dipped in form yet again. Trezeguet was fine, and Samatta actually did look really well on the pitch.
yeah,
But overall, taking away the result, there is still a lot to be angry here. Taken from Newcastle's goal. Formation was wrong. We said it. It was so obvious he was going to do. I just didn't think he just actually would go through with it. A 4-3-3 again. You moron. You play a 3-5-2. You don't play with the wingers now. Substitutions were too late. He made two massively crucial substitutions in El Mohammadi and Davis. No, it's Davis.
oh yeah,
So they could play two up front, which should be happening already. But he didn't do that. He made that after the goal. And then, again, the same thing you said last video. You're wanting a goal. You're wanting something to get us back into the game. And you're bringing on the Camber for McGinn, which was an absolute shambolic. decision. Tactically, we were poor, just trying to punt the ball up rather than actually trying to play some football. You know, and it's absolutely woeful. I was really worried that we were going to be outclassed by Steve Bruce, and I think you can say until that goal we actually were. They just played a much better team than us. St. Maximin was just impossible to mark, impossible to track by any of our players. Yeah, just overall, you know, it may be a draw, but it just does feel like a loss.
Yeah.
Again, the only consideration, we're level with Bournemouth and West Ham, so there's something there for us. It really will come down to the last game, won't it, against West Ham, won't it?
I just hope it doesn't, but it's just gonna happen now. Like, the next game we have is Wolves, and we're not gonna get anything from that.
Happen.
We're not getting anything from that. The other fixtures, I'm not too sure everyone else is playing, but they've just got to keep losing, and we'll just keep getting the chances, and we'll just keep like conceding. We just won't get anything from it. It's just hard for us to get a goal at the minute. And it's just
I think apart from, as I say, I think we've cooled down a little bit after it, but I think overall the resentment is still the same from the previous game. Very angry.
what's going on.
Overall, it's just the same points. I'm just gonna say it again. Players out of position, wrong formation, poor defensive. Everything just felt wrong, and I think for the first time ever, I've just wanted to physically just hit Dean Smith because he looks so calm, as if nothing's happening, nothing's gone wrong. It's so frustrating to see, and I just hope. Well, I hope for a change at the Wolves game, but not going to change. We're going to lose that.
I think if we do see a change, we're going to see Davis and Samatta at
I don't think he'll change it.
Because in this game, he changed it too late.
He changed it to that. All we're asking for, just play a different formation. Do not play 4-3-3. It doesn't work. 3-5-2 or 5-3-2. Just play something like that. Get rid of the wingers. Give strikers an assist in another striker. Just do that. It's not hard, you know, and you're just not following through with it. So you're just really disappointing us. Overall, as we said, going to say it again. Defensively, we're poor. It may be a draw, but it just feels like a loss. And
I do have to say it though, look, when we did bring Davis on, there was slight change. Like, you can see like there is improvements with that.
Yeah.
So if we do, we should be starting them. Like, if not, okay, but we need to bring them on earlier than that late. That was just way too late.
Yeah.
About 17 minutes, wasn't it?
Yeah, way too late. You don't bring on substitutes like that after we've scored a goal after 70 minutes. You make them before. So, yeah. Just know, overall, poor game of football yet again.
Felt like a loss, but
Felt like a loss.
it's a point at the end of the day.
It's a point at the end of the day.
We're scrapping.
We're digging, we're holing.
Just hopefully we do get a win soon, and
I don't know where the
everyone
win's
keeps losing.
You say it again, if we're not going to win against top teams, if we're not going to win against teams around us, we're not going to beat the middle team, who do we beat? We've got Palace, United, Liverpool, Everton, Arsenal.
Man United.
It's just not going to happen,
if it does come down to West Ham, I'm not even too sure if I'm like.
I think after that game, I think it is going to come down to West Ham now.
If it does,
what the actual decider for Aston Villa, but yeah.
It's a hell of a game, but you know, I don't want it to come down to that because you never know what Aston Villa are going to turn out like. Like Chelsea game, we were just really crap. Today we were better, I guess. Sheffield United, we looked semi-comfortable, but we weren't great. I just want to go back to the days when we did beat Newcastle 2-0.
Yeah.
And how comfortable we looked in that game. I want to go back to them. Just nowadays, it's just hard to get a goal. Like, I'm not seeing any goals coming out of anywhere.
Yeah. Well, I think, as we say, we've got to keep faith. We've got to believe in them, but it's very hard to believe right now. So tune in.
It quick.
Yeah. Tune in for a match review on this game, and then obviously keep an eye out for more content coming. But that's been me and Nathan, up the Villa with the pride of Villa. See you later, guys.